Greetings, warriors. How you guys doing? And welcome back to the Haven. Now, as the recording of this video is right now, it's 2:37 a.m. on a Wednesday, right? I was like, by the time you guys see this, it's gonna be the same damn day. But anyway, regardless of that, it's going to be the next day that we're going to see the Resident Evil Requiem showcase. So I figured this would be a good time now that we know a date and it's literally tomorrow at the recording of this video. I want to go over top 5 hopiums, as I call it, not copiums. Maybe my top 2 would be copiums, but I want to go over my top 5 hopiums that I hope we're going to see for this showcase, because it's only going to be 12 minutes. If you guys didn't know, on the website it says that it's going to be a 12-minute showcase of basically Resident Evil Requiem. Now, going over it, just to cut right into it, right, number 5 is something, the reason why I labeled it number 5 is simply because I know they're going to show this, because Nakanishi, the director, already literally confirmed that that's what they're going to be showing, all right, which is going to be more Leon gameplay. Now, the reason why I said that's number 5 is because I want to see just what they brought from Resident Evil 4 remake into RE9. Now, we know he has the kicks. He has this new counter move where, like, when he dodges the zombie and like he actually shoots the zombie in the head kind of thing, and it seems like it's a one-hitter quitter for the zombie. It's pretty cool. Now, I want to know how they did that. It's going to be like the parry system in RE4 remake, and that's something that we push, and that's something that we get like rewarded kind of thing for pushing it correctly or on time, or is it something just new that they added, which we know is something that they added, but I want to know how they integrated it into the gameplay of Resident Evil 9. Now, we already know that the parry system is back in only one aspect, which is right here. So right here, I have it slowed down for you guys, right? So we already can see here, right here, that they showed quick little swipe, you know, Leon moving back like that. I'm pretty sure that's probably just in the cutscene, right? And of course, we got the first person. I'm gonna go over that. But this right here, bam! And as you guys see in the bottom right, the durability of the axe is going down. So Leon still has that parry system when it comes to at least that portion, right? Now, is it going to translate into the regular parry system, like, you know, the perfect parries leading up to the kick? You know, is that still going to be in the mix? You know, how is that going to translate into that matter, right? So I'm definitely looking forward to that. That's the reason why I put it at top 5, because I know they're going to show Leon gameplay. I just want to know how they integrated that. So that's not really a hopium, but at the same time, it's something that I'm just looking forward to seeing. Now, with that, top 4 can literally seamlessly go into top 5, because I want to see Leon's gameplay in a first-person perspective. I want to see how in the world did they integrate Leon's parry system and also his, you know, his kicks, and if the suplex is there, you know, like, how are they going to integrate that into this, you know, via first person? I hope I'm not gonna see some freaking foot fly across my screen. You know what I'm saying? I hope I don't see that, kind of like Dying Light kind of thing, where you just has like a foot that goes up. I don't want to see that. I want to see how they did it. It's gonna be like, you know, if you guys played Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles, where if you push the button on time, the camera would zoom out and you would see Leon, Claire, or whomever you're playing as. They'll do like some sort of melee attack kind of thing, and then it goes back into the first person perspective in Dark Side Chronicles. So I'm not sure it's gonna be something like that. That probably wouldn't, no, I'm not gonna say probably, it definitely won't fit in how they're gonna have RE9 come into play. Number 4, I definitely want to see Leon's gameplay or his combat in first person. I want to know how they're going to do that, which is pretty cool, because for example, like in the first person perspective in Grace, right, when she's running away from Big Mama or the Hag, right, when in third person perspective you see her running, but she trips and falls, she slips and everything like that. You see all of that, but in the first person it doesn't show that. She's just seamlessly running. So they have different correlations on how the movement is going to integrate in first and third person. So I want to see just how they did it with Leon. You know, it's definitely, I'm definitely looking forward to just how in the world they did that. So that's why I said top 4 and top 5 could roll in together, but at the same time, I definitely want to say top 4 will be definitely in the hopium, because I do hope they show that. I hope they don't just show third person, you know, definitely show us what our boy can do, you know, but I definitely want to see how they integrated that in first person, because there are some fans that would prefer first person play, you know, compared to the third person. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's different on that. Number 3, as you guys can see behind me in the background, there's the third trailer when they're showing Leon. This is what I want to see in the showcase right here. Who in the hell is on the top right of our screen? I need to know who that is. I need to know bad. I'm fiending for that. Number 3, I want them to show who that is. It's more of a hopium, because I don't think that they would, you know, that they would just outright be like, hey, all right, cool, here's, go ahead and show you this extra character. Nah, they're gonna keep you guessing. Now, would I be upset that if they don't show this person? No, I'm not gonna be upset. I can wait. Like, figuratively, the game comes out tomorrow. It's literally around the corner. So I'm cool with that, but I really want to know who that is, right? Because like when the teaser trailer of this game first came out, when we first heard the chains, a lot of the fans, including myself, were like, oh, is that Lisa Trevor? Is she coming back? That was like the big thing for a good while until the director confirmed it that it's not her, right? And then and then the hype for that enemy kind of slowed down. But now the big thing is, at least for me, when it comes to characters, just who is this person? The voice and just this little slit right here, this little part right here where you get a little bit of the hair. I'm sorry, guys, that's gotta be Sherry. I need to know. So that's why that's number 3. I need to know this. I just need them to nip this in the bud for me. If I was a betting man, I would bet that Ada is in this dang game. I don't need to see it, because literally in every game that Leon's in, Ada's in there. Okay, other than Umbrella Chronicles, where Ada has her own little part and Leon is not in that game. That's besides the point. But in all the Resident Evil games, everywhere that Leon has been shown in, Ada has made an appearance, other than the CGI movie. She was only in one CGI movie with our boy. So I have a high feeling that Ada's in the game. And of course, in the teaser trailer cover, there's some red bullets next to the weapon. I did a live stream and some of the people were saying that, hey, could that be a sign that, you know, that's Ada in the game? Because when it comes to Ada, you think of the color red. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily think that is the case or a hint. I think that's just maybe some special bullets for that particular gun. Personally, I was like, but hey, I'm cool with the theories. I'm cool with all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very cool with it. But number 3, I want to know who this is. Can you just tell me if it is or is not Sherry Birkin? I just need to know, because guys, I'm about to go on a little rant here. So just beware. That's why I'm leaving chapters in this dang video so you guys can skip it if you guys want. I want this to be Sherry so bad. We're about to go to Raccoon City, as you guys can see right here, guys. This is literally Raccoon City, and Leon's going back and Homegirl's tracking it. I was doing a live stream and someone asked, when it comes to replayability, which Resident Evil would you choose besides RE1 and RE4? Now, if they asked me that without including those 2 REs, I would have said RE2 hands down. RE4 is my favorite Resident Evil of all time, but I cannot deny RE2 when it comes to replayability. It is the most fun replayability Resident Evil for me. It is such a comfortable game. It is such a comfortable game. That was the first Resident Evil that I played. The music, everything, the marshalling yard, like everything is just, and I think that's really just nostalgia really hit me heavy. But man, it is such a comfortable game. You can have it in your living room, you can sit in the dark, you can play it and just have a good time. And when it comes to Resident Evil, even if you are brand new to the dang game, it is still a Resident Evil that's really easy to beat, reasonably easy to beat in my personal opinion. The puzzles ain't difficult. The enemy, the bosses, a lot of them, they're not hard. Like I just have so many great memories, and it just calls back to this. I want this to be Sherry so bad because, guys, we're going back to Raccoon City, and if this is Sherry in our ear, you're telling me that she is guiding and being the support system for one of the individuals who helped her get out of the city. Guys, come on, it is such an amazing call. If this is not Sherry Birkin, okay, but it's like, if it is, hell yes. Like, guys, this is the one opportunity we're gonna probably get to go back to this damn city. We're probably not gonna see it ever again. Like, I'm just saying, like, if this one opportunity, can this please be Sherry? Please let this be Sherry. She will be the support system of one of the 2 people that helped her get out of the city. Like, dog, one of the rare survivors, and she is his support system. Come on, man, come on. You cannot tell me that would be incredible, man. You cannot tell me that would be incredible. I want this to be Sherry Birkin so bad, and everything is pointing to her, to the voice and this little bit right here. Everything is pointing to Sherry. I really hope it is. Please, God. Please, God, man. So that's why this one's number 3. I want to know so bad. Just reveal this to me. I can't wait. Please reveal it to me, but reveal it to us. All right. Sorry, I went on a little rant. I just need to know. I played RE2 so dang much. I gotta see it. All right, like I said, long rant. My apologies. Now, number 2. This is where we're gonna get into the copium/hopium range, right? Number 2. Do you guys remember when Resident Evil 9 was like speculated theories, all before they even teased it and, you know, shown that it was being made, etc., right? A lot of fans were like, hey, you know, could they do like a multiplayer RE9, you know, open world kind of thing? It was always like, you know, what it is. And even the director even said, like, he was aware of the internet, like everyone's coming up with their theories on what they were hoping, and he did confirm that that was their initial like thought process on making this, you know, open world Resident Evil kind of thing. That was kind of like the preference of what they were trying to do, and they were even thinking about doing some multiplayer stuff, which they did show in the creator's message, like a snippet of it. Could we, that's why I said this is more of a hopium/copium. Could we see either like some type of multiplayer that they were working on with this? You know what I'm saying? For 12 minutes of gameplay and everything, could they snip in a little bit of, hey, we have also a multiplayer coming, or this is the big copium/hopium. Could they at least say, hey, they are working on remastering or working on something with Resident Evil Outbreak, a multiplayer that was definitely successful in that time frame, but definitely would have been a lot more successful if they waited one generation later, because when Resident Evil Outbreak came out, it was on the PS2 and plenty of people had access to it, but not a lot, you know, at least in that time frame. They were one generation too early with Outbreak, and I've always vocalized that if they waited till like the PS3 and the Xbox 360 area for Outbreak and polished it, brother, it would have done a lot better than what it did. Right now, a lot of the fan base know about RE Outbreak a lot, but a lot of fan base do not, and a lot of them didn't have access to it, you know, myself included. So I would love for it to be remastered, or at least, you know, servers, some way to come back on and for them to work on that and re-release it or something like that. I would love for them to do that. And I think with considering that Alyssa Ashcroft is in the game, one of the characters for RE Outbreak, and maybe more Outbreak characters could show up in RE9, this would be like the golden opportunity to bring that back. You know what I'm saying? Because there are probably some fans of RE that never even heard of Outbreak or played it, and then when they saw Alyssa Ashcroft or heard the name, they didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So this is the perfect way to integrate more, you know, into that. You know, it's perfect, because right now there's like fan service for like the emulation and everything, and it can be done, but it's pretty complicated on getting it to work and everything like that. But it can be done. So there's a lot of fans that are still holding up the servers to make, you know, so people can still play with each other and everything like that. But I would love for Capcom to do it, because when it comes to Resident Evil and multiplayer, at least nowadays, Capcom has been really not hitting it lately. The closest we'll probably get is like RE5 when it comes to successful co-op multiplayer with Resident Evil. At least you can get to, not RE-verse or Resistance kind of thing. I really didn't care too much for those personally, in my honest opinion. Maybe the last one for me, I'm definitely one of the few people that did enjoy Operation Raccoon City. It's just a fun Resident Evil game. You don't have to listen to it like canonically or anything like that. I just thought it was a fun Resident Evil game, Operation Raccoon City. I'm definitely one of the few people that did enjoy that game. I know a lot of fans didn't. I did personally, but other than that, guys, that's why it's number 2, because it's definitely on the copium/hopium frame rate on that for me on that. So that's why that one's number 2. Number 1. Now the reason why this one is number 1, because I know that they specifically stated that they don't plan on doing a demo. That if you guys can see where number 1 is going. The copium/hopium is that Capcom is trolling, and the thing is, the director and the producer have been having a lot of fun funking around with the fans a tiny little bit with some of the stuff that they're talking about here in RE9. And believe me, I'm right there with them. I personally like it too if it's all in good fun. But the reason why I say number 1 is I want to see a demo is because, one, every Resident Evil has at least had a demo so far. At least the most recent ones have always had at least a demo, and they always released one like maybe like 2-3 weeks before the game comes out. Now this would be a perfect time to do it for the showcase, just to hold us up until the game comes out, or maybe we could still have a demo closer to the game's release. I don't know, but this is probably like the biggest thing or showcase of Resident Evil Requiem period, at least until before the game comes out. You know, I don't see anything else that they would do. So that's why number 1, I would love to see a demo, just something. Now, if I had to choose, I know a lot of fans would like, hey, they would like 2 demos, one of Grace and one of Leon, right? I totally get it. To be completely honest with you, if I had to choose a demo, I would like to do Leon's demo more than Grace. And it's not because I'm really looking forward to Grace in this particular story, my personal opinion. I want to see how this all ties into Grace and all that stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to that. The reason why I don't want a demo of Grace is because I think we've already seen it, that they shown, previously with the hag and her sneaking around and everything like that. Now granted, I could play that demo, I'd be cool with that, I would not be upset about that. But because I've seen it so many times, and if that is really only the demo, then we know when it's going to end, so on and so forth. And creators that had the privilege and honor to play it, they've already seen it. They've already seen it and they've already played it. And us, we've already seen it. You know what I'm saying? Leon, we haven't seen anything yet, right? So I would love for the demo to be of Leon personally, if I had to choose. But best of both worlds, we had put Grace and Leon demo in there. But if I had to choose, I would definitely like Leon's demo, even though if you look at it, we've already had that demo with RE4 remake, I guess you could say. So maybe that could be the counter argument there, and we just have Grace. Now, if it is a Grace demo, I wouldn't mind. I would be more Grace than Leon if it's not the same demo that we saw of Grace and it's somewhere completely different. That is when I would definitely want more of Grace than Leon, is because we've played Leon and everything in RE4 remake and know what his combat could be like and whatever they're gonna show, at least for now, you know what I'm saying? But I would definitely want to play more as Grace if it's something different that we haven't seen, but if they're gonna be the same demo that we have seen over and over again, previously, then okay, let's see what Leon's demo would be if they want to put that. All in all, number 1, Hopium/Copium, I would love for a demo, even though they said that there's not gonna be one, but it's not gonna be the first time Capcom has trolled us with something, all right, and surprised us with something. right? Now, I'll be completely honest with you. I would definitely, it was one of those moments where I would hope that while we're watching it live, because we are gonna watch it live, they say you can download the demo right now. That like demo's available right now kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I immediately, right after that showcase, I'm gonna freaking download that, you know? So I would love for that to be the case. I would love for that to be a surprise, okay? But yeah, guys, those are my top 5 hopiums. I'm gonna call them hopiums, right? I'm not gonna call them copiums. I'm not gonna do that. Top 5 hopiums for that. Number 5, Leon gameplay. The reason why is number 5 is because we know we're going to see that. So that's why I put that at number 5. Number 4, Leon's gameplay, but in first person. How they're going to integrate that? How they're going to integrate the suplex, the melee, the parry for the chainsaw. You know, is he going to have like the regular parry and like the perfect parry like we saw in RE4 remake? You know, how they're going to do that? But I want to see all that in first person. How they're going to integrate that? Because third person, well, yeah, you can just reuse what you did with RE4 remake, right? But how they're going to do it in first person, right? Number 3. Who the funk is that lady talking to Leon? I need to know. I want to switch that to number 1, to be completely honest with you. It's just like a tiny bit. But number 3, top 3 has always got to be the best. But top 3, I need to know who that is. I need to know. If you can just show, you don't even have to show a face, but you can show us like have us say a voice line of Leon saying Sherry or something like that. Something. All right, let me relax. That's number 3. All right, who is that lady talking to Leon? Because we know it's not Hunnigan. I know that. I know if I was a betting man, I'll put a stamp on it. That's not Hunnigan. 2, some multiplayer. Could we see some multiplayer or anything like that? Or they're gonna, you know, rehash RE Outbreak, a remaster, something like that, or let us know that, hey, they are working on a multiplayer kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or at least hear about it. See if they're making any plans for multiplayer, at least for this, because it's a good golden opportunity. At least we know Capcom has not forgotten about that game. You know what I'm saying? So this is a golden opportunity for them to do that. And then of course, number 1, as I just stated, demo. I would love to have a demo. I would love, if I had to choose which character I want to play with, I would love to play Grace more if it is not the same demo that we have already seen before. But if it's gonna be that same one, then I would rather it be Leon personally. I would just be grateful if we just get a demo, period, just so we can play and touch the game ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. As of right now, as of recording of this, and you guys seen it, the video or the watch party is going to happen tomorrow. All right, and I'm probably gonna unlist this video after, you know, it's all pulled up and everything like that, because there's really no point, you know, keeping this up. But anywho, hey, look, I hope you guys see you at the watch party, and I'm so looking forward to it. Maybe 12 minutes, but 12 minutes just fine to show what they need to show. It's like a nice little sweet spot for one game. I'm totally fine with that. But anyway, hope to see you guys soon. I love y'all. Take care.